morning, ladies and gentlemen. Dancing Stevie J, Steven Johnson here, along with my best pal, Bryan Kennison.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to OVW Overdrive, the show that always kicks out at 2. Steve, I'm not gonna lie to you, man. I'm having a hard time getting there today. I think I have the coronavirus. Look, see me, like I'm okay. I'm tired all the time.
I want to stay in frame, but you understand.
I'm tired all the time.
Sure.
Peanut butter does not taste as good as it used to. I find myself sitting alone in dark rooms. I'm cold a lot, and I have trouble sleeping.
Bryan.
And I think my house is haunted.
Bryan, I think you're lonely.
So none of these are coronavirus symptoms, is what you're... Not even the ghost thing?
Not that I've read.
We're going to go over this. Look, I might be a little down, but two of my favorite superstars are kicking off the show today. Luscious Lawrence, always looking for action, and he found him in the form of Action Ashton Cove. So let's go ringside with Bruce and Man Beast for Luscious Lawrence versus Action Ashton Cove. So not the... I swear, coronavirus is a ghost thing.
I'm just going to be safe and be over here.
That's fair.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first to the ring, Luscious Lawrence.
The Luscious one, Luscious Lawrence, who was on quite a winning streak. Not that he cares, he just is curious about that reflection. You know what, it works for him. Glad you've joined us here on Overdrive. I'm Bruce Snyder, being joined by my colleague in the ring, Dr. Ted McNailer. Luscious Lawrence has racked up quite a winning streak. But sometimes he does things that just drive people crazy, like making the referee, look at this, making the referee hold the mirror so the Luscious one can pose and shake and grind and do whatever he's doing.
And his opponent, Action Ashton Cove.
And his opponent is a man who is very quick, a man who Luscious Lawrence better not underestimate. We're talking about the Action Man, Ashton Cove. Ashton Cove has had his series of losses, but then all of a sudden he'll pull out a victory when you least expect it. So Doc, I'm saying the Luscious one better not underestimate Action Ashton.
I'm excited to see these two young superstars go at it here.
Well,
both of these young men, I think, have a lot of potential, Bruce.
Absolutely, and Lawrence has had quite a winning streak of late. But for some reason, he wants to look at himself in the mirror. Oh, and he's
telling the ring guy to hold it for him.
I mean, that's ridiculous. Because, and there you go. I was wondering if Cove was going to take advantage. Good for him. And maybe Lawrence will learn something about once that bell rings, you stop the shenanigans.
That's right, but Luscious Lawrence, I don't know if he knows how to turn that switch off. He's Mr. Juicy all the time, as he likes to say.
Mr. Juicy.
Uh-oh. Look, nice wrestling here. Some textbook grappling from Ashton Cove. Both of these young men trained here at OVW. You can tell they're well-versed in-ring technicians.
And, you know,
the bridge over. Hold on.
Talking about Ashton Cove, a lot of times he tries to mix it up with his opponents. I think, and I'd like your opinion on this, if he were to go back to the science of wrestling, it would give him a huge advantage because, like you said, he's an excellent scientific wrestler when he uses those tactics.
That's right, but he just can't help himself. Look. Slapping the derriere and now using the, well, as our friend Gilbert would say, the gluteus to the Maximus. Oh, Lord.
Well, whatever you want to call it, it works. What?
I'm speechless, Bruce. For the first time in a long time.
We'll see if it
the
stays
antics
that
of
way.
Luscious Lawrence. Now he's noticed, though, he's kind of starting to move away from the antics and get more on his opponent, Ashton Cove.
Well, I would hope so. Because one of these days he's going to go too far and he's going to lose a match.
Big power slam. Nicely done.
And that's the one thing. Lawrence obviously has the height and the weight advantage, and I guess the swivel advantage.
There it is. Gyrating the hips as he likes to do.
Now, over his opponent.
Oh, leg drop.
And a very sloppy cover.
That's a 2 count.
Yep, and I think Cove, if Lawrence had hooked that leg, I think he would have had the victory. Instead, Cove able to kick out at the count of 2.
Cove is in a bad way here, Bruce.
Yes, he is.
Needs to find a way to mount some offense here, or it's not going to last much longer.
Well, there you go.
Nice up and over, but gets caught.
And that's a great move by Lawrence. He anticipated, caught, and now, oh, but Cove able to anticipate and kicks Lawrence out of the ring.
Right in the lower back, that hurts.
And Cove able to get some much-needed respite. Here he goes.
Action, bringing the action. Dives right out of the ring.
You know, that move always kind of makes me nervous.
Oh,
because
it's very risky.
Well, sometimes I think it does more damage for the gentleman that's doing it than the person on the receiving end.
Certainly it can. Fortunately for Ashton Cove, it looks like this time it paid off, and he needs to stay on his opponent. Luscious Lawrence goes in for the clothesline. Ashton reverses. Lung blower.
And that could be it. 1, 2. And Lawrence able to kick out. But I think that got the Luscious one's attention.
Certainly so, but Ashton
Cove,
continuing.
he telegraphed that, Doc. He telegraphed it. We could see it coming.
And Luscious Lawrence did as well. Big power slam, running power slam.
I think that's going to be it, unfortunately, for Ashton.
Wow.
Yep.
Here is your winner, Luscious Lawrence.
Another big victory for the Luscious one. Luscious Lawrence has more reason to celebrate. And Ashton Cove, unfortunately, is going to have to put that in the learning department. And hopefully, I'm sorry, go ahead, Doc.
Today, Ashton Cove is going to have to go back to the drawing board, but Luscious Lawrence is starting to mount some wins here in OVW. What will be next?
Don't go anywhere. Overdrive continues.
The hunt. A purpose given to us by existence itself. It changes with time, becoming less about survival, more about the thrill as the years progress. Gladiator Sports Network presents Hunting Grounds, March 7th at the Davis Arena. For more information, visit ovwrestling.com. Seek, strike, hunt.
Have you ever had the dream of being a part of professional wrestling or sports entertainment? Take action and make that dream a reality and attend the world-famous Harvard of Pro Wrestling, Ohio Valley Wrestling, the birthplace of legends such as John Cena, Batista, Brock Lesnar, Cody Rhodes, The Miz, and many, many more. Will you be the next name to be added to that impressive list? Go to ASWA Live now for more information. Learn the right way.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to OVW Overdrive. Aren't you lucky? You get more of this. I mean, come on, you're so lucky. But you're also lucky because you just saw a fantastic match between Luscious Lawrence and Ashton Cove. And again, the greasy, lovely wonder, Luscious Lawrence picking up the win.
Greasy's not a positive term to use, regardless
It depends on how you use it, just like anything else. But we are going to use this show to grease you folks up because it's going to be a fantastic show that you are going to just slide right through and you're going to get to the end and go, woo, that was fun. That's what you do with grease.
These analogies are just unbelievable. Anyways,
Never used grease.
I'm going to be straight up with you guys. We've got a great show lined up, including a main event that you will not want to miss between Dustin Jackson and Dimes.
That is absolutely true. That is a main event no matter how you split it. The bro god versus the man with pocket change. It is going to be a fantastic match. You're going to want to stick around to the end to see how that one ends. Now, speaking of endings, every ending begins with the beginning. But currently, we are in the middle of the story that is unfolding between Dapper Dan and Crixus.
Now, Dapper Dan, he's got his heels dug in. You know what they say, if you're gonna try to get away with the lie, just keep lying.
You
And,
went very slow. I thought you were trying to think of one of my really perfect analogies, and you just slipped up and you couldn't get
yeah,
there.
and then the analogy was garbage anyways.
You were like
Anyways,
a
this
gear
guy,
turning with gum in
this
it.
guy's going off on a whole other level. You guys need to check it out.
Or what ailment he's going to be suffering from this week, Dapper
We're
Dan.
talking about Dapper Dan. Oh, there he is right now.
Oh, God, no.
Oh,
He's not
please don't
pretending,
tell. Go ahead.
he's pretending to be blind.
Oh. I mean, this is just disgusting.
Each week, it's something different. We already went through, supposedly he had the coronavirus. Supposedly he messed up his foot one week. He's faked a heart attack before. Now he's blind. Give me a freaking break.
This is why he's not Pinocchio like in those commercials, because his nose would be about a foot long.
I don't know if he can turn a corner.
All right, so so of course the blind man not.
Wish he would have
having
fell
trouble.
right on his face.
I don't even know what he's. What's the point of this?
Any way to get attention, I guess.
I mean, the thing is, Dapper Dan is an excellent wrestler. He doesn't need these shenanigans.
I'll tell you, I think I know exactly what's going on. He is trying to find a way each week to get out of facing Crixus,
Good
who
point.
he's had an issue with over the last few weeks, and every week he has a new excuse.
Good point. See, that's why you make the big bucks. That's some solid analysis.
I do what I can.
He's
Dapper
got,
Dan doing everything he can to get out of this match.
and he's got our referee believing that he can't see. The fans are as perplexed
He's
as
gonna run
we
out
are.
of TV time by the time he gets inside the dang ring. Oh, now he's celebrating like he did something. Probably the biggest accomplishment he'll ever achieve. I guess I'm going to try to give him a microphone.
All right,
so
go
we can
ahead.
Get this over with.
Go ahead, or else we'll be here all night. So, and now Doc trying to give Dapper Dan a microphone, who's pretending that he cannot see. Oh, there you go. There you go. Doc, you have more patience than anyone else here.
I hoped I would announce this better, but I've been clinically, medically, and clerically blind. You see, I was ready to face Crixus tonight at the Saturday Night Special, but no, I wish that were the case. I wish that were the case. But unfortunately, due to Crixus stealing the crutch from me last week and throwing it, it pierced my eye like a shish kebab.
Give me a break.
And well, the other eye, it went blind out of sympathy blindness.
Doc, you're a
So,
doc. Have
exist.
you ever heard of
Crixus,
anything
as
like
much
that?
as I
It
wanted to
doesn't
face
exist,
you,
that's why.
as much as I was ready to take you on, it's not gonna happen tonight.
Cool. Oh, I'll tell you who might not believe it. He's a man who I think is going to be entering the ring.
That's the music of Crixus all the way from Scotland.
Dapper Dan better regain his eyesight in a hurry.
You have had quite the issue over the last few weeks. Dapper Dan has found a way to get
The better of Crixus every single time. Dapper Dan still pretending. Now Crixus, I think, with something to say. Crixus has a mic. Let's listen in.
Crixus, that was your music. I'm not sure where you are.
Week after week after week after week, I've had to listen to these nonsense excuses because you're scared to face me. I'm not buying this. Those guys aren't buying this. Why don't you drop the fairy faker act and face me like a man and take this kick that you have earned.
It's not an act, Crixus. It's not an act. I'm sorry you feel that way, but
look at
I
me.
was ready. I am looking at you.
Oh, Jesus.
But it's a
Dapper
little
Dan
soft and
going
gooey
on
right
with
here.
this
That's you.
squad.
Marco!
Listen, kid. Time's up, boy.
Crix is trying to figure out what's going on. The fans are trying to warn him.
Dapper Dan is full of hot garbage.
And hot air. Dapper Dan acting like he didn't know anything was coming. Crix is trying to test. Oh, and Dapper Dan!
We knew it. Come on.
And now Dan throws off those glasses, and all of a sudden, wow, he can see again. Once again, Dan.
Never turn your back on the dastardly Dapper Dan.
And I think he's got the advantage, but he better finish Crixus off because Crixus is going to turn Dapper Dan into lunch meat one time. But Crixus now with that low blow having trouble, and Dapper Dan has him up.
Belly driver.
What can you say about Dapper Dan? It's disgusting. And Crix is in a lot of pain, and Dapper Dan thinks it's funny, leaving.
The war between Dapper Dan and Crixus continues. This week, Dapper Dan gets the upper hand.
But what about the weeks to come?
Like I said, he's got his heels dug in. This week he's blind.
Hey, man, if he's not blind, he's a great actor. But I mean, I'm kind of convinced he might be as blind as the 3 blind mice that sold my Uncle Jerry's truck. But that's a whole different story for a whole different show. What I do know for a fact is that Crixus took a hard hit from that Stixus right in the old yam bags, right in the old denim nuggets.
You know where he took.
You can't say that. You can't say that
See,
at
it
all.
rhymes though.
You can't say that.
Anyways, on a serious note, coming up next, right after the break, is my sit-down interview with Tony Gunn. Now, originally, OVW management wanted Bryan to do it, but as you guys may have seen,
Yeah. If I can speak frankly from it, thank you for doing it. And I very rarely going to tell my bosses no. But after the past couple weeks, the way Tony has been acting, the reprehensible actions that he has had, the things he's done, and the way he treated me. If you follow us on social media, you saw him hold me over a dumpster full of broken glass just because I tried to get some answers out of him. I just thank you for doing it. I do appreciate it. I know you.
Sure.
Stick around after the break. Steven has a sit-down interview with Tony Gunn.
Want more bang for your buck? Well, so do I at OVWWrestlingNetwork.com. It's only $4.99 a month. In between excitement, me too. OVWWrestlingNetwork.com is only $4.99 a month. You get that incredible value. She cost me $17 million and I loved it. Want a real value? OVWWrestlingNetwork.com. It's only $4.99. That's a price so low. Well, it's insane.
welcome back, guys, to OVW Overdrive. My guest at this time, Tony Gunn. Now, Tony, you and I haven't had a chance to talk, and I have a couple questions, and I know the fans out there have a couple questions. First, what's changed about you? It seems over these last 6 to 8 months, you've taken on an edge. You're different.
Well, you're saying that I've changed? I haven't changed the slightest. I'm the same person that I was back when I first came here in 2012. Nothing about me has changed. What's changed is OVW. What's changed is the fans here at OVW. What's changed is the locker room. Me, I'm still the same Tony Gunn I've ever been. And don't you say that I've changed.
Now, my apologies. I don't want to upset you. But things are different. I mean, for instance, you throw the TV title into the Ohio River because you didn't get your way.
Is that the way you see it?
That's the way.
That's the way you see it? You know why you see it that way? Because OVW put it out there that way. That's why. You fall in that category just like all the other fans. Let me tell you a little story real quick. Back when I first returned earlier last year, Sami Callihan was here once again. Who was the only person to put him back out again? It was me. Nobody else here at OVW. Me. I'm the only person that's capable of doing that. And after that happened, what happened? What story was written for me? Huh? What did I get out of it? Nothing. They turned it on me.
Now, you are correct. Dean Hill, Maximus Khan, Justin Smooth, they did turn your back on you. But that's not to say that it wasn't without provocation, Tony. Again, you've changed. Your demeanor is different. These fans used to love you. And it seems that you've turned your back on them. You've turned your back on the rest of OVW. Now, speaking of turning your back on people, Maximus Khan, I have questions. You go into this man's house. You seemingly keep his family hostage while he's here at the arena.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hostage. And do you have proof of this, that I held them hostage?
As a matter of fact, I do. If you don't mind, let's just take a look at the video.
I know something that you value more than that heavyweight title. Something that you hold precious to your heart. Family. Do I have your attention now? Okay, it's okay.
What is Tony Gunn doing there with his family?
I can't believe this.
Now you see, in this video, everybody just saw it. You were there with
What
his
did they
family.
see? What exactly did they just see? I know what I saw. I wasn't holding anybody hostage. Were you there for that? Do you know what happened? No, you don't. I was there. So was the camera crew, right? I wasn't the only person there. Did I knock on the door? No, I did not. The camera crew knocked on the door. She invited them in, which invited me in. So no, I didn't intrude. I didn't hold them hostage. That's, again, OVW writing their own story.
Now, that's not it. There's more to this story that you're talking about here, Tony. This man, again, you do what you've done. You were in his home. He comes to try to take some sort of revenge, let's say, comes to your home. And what do?
What did I do?
You had him arrested. Here, let's take a look.
Chomp! He's the bad guy, not me. You guys didn't watch TV last week and see what he did to my family? I showed up in my house. Boom!
See ya. Now, I have to say, Tony, and I hate to use this word, but that was a cowardly move on your part.
Cowardly? Is that the way you want to put it?
That's
Cowardly?
how I see it.
Let me ask you something. If somebody called you on the telephone earlier that day and said, hey, I'm going to come to your house and basically kill you and hurt your family, what would you do? Honestly, what would you do?
Well, I'm not you, Tony. This is a different situation. You're beyond. You're a capable professional wrestler, one of the best in the world today.
So what am I going to do? Have him come to my house and come out to the yard and cause a scene in front of all my neighbors? No, I'm not having that. I'm not having that petty stuff. No.
It's an excuse. I get it. I don't know how the fans are going to react to this, but so be it. Now, with that being said, tonight here at the Davis Arena, you have your chance at what you wanted this whole time. The OVW Heavyweight Championship. It's going to be you and Maximus Khan. He lifted the restraining order, you lifted the restraining order that you had on him in order to get this match. Now, that doesn't seem like the Tony Gunn that I know or any of these fans have known for a number of years.
Look, man, I told you, I'm the same person that I was since day one. Now, my tactics and the things that I have to do in order to get where I need to go, I do a little bit differently. But you know why? Because OVW doesn't want me here. I'm labeled as an outsider, and it's total and utter bullcrap what they're doing to me and how they're treating me. And how you perceive me, how the fans perceive me, it's bullcrap! I'm getting sick and tired of this interview.
Okay, I've got one more question. As you saw this past week on OVW Live Television, Maximus Khan was hit by a car outside of the arena. We have reason to believe, because we couldn't find you anywhere backstage.
Well, why is that? Why couldn't you find me backstage, huh? What happened? Did you watch the show? What happened earlier? Dean kicked me out of the building. I had to leave and go home. So of course I wasn't backstage. I'm not going to be accounted for backstage. Come on, finish whatever you're saying.
Where were you?
Whatever they told you to say, finish it.
Where were you?
Where was I?
Were you in that car?
First off, I don't even drive a car like that. That's not my car. And no, I was already home. So no, why would I do that? Why would I hit Maximus with the car? Have I done anything to harm him in the past? Did I harm his family when I went into his house? No. When he came into my yard, did I harm him? No, I could have been prepared to do something, but no, I didn't. I took action like any other good civilian would, and that's call the cops and have him arrested because he threatened me and my family. I could have done something. I could have, but I didn't. You know why? Because I know what I'm doing. I know exactly what I'm doing. I know exactly what you're doing. I know exactly what OVW is doing. This is bull crap. I'm tired of this. I'm done. You can have your stupid ass mic. You want to keep accusing me? Take this. Shove it.
The hunt. A purpose given to us by existence itself. It changes with time, becoming less about survival, more about the thrill as the years progress. Gladiator Sports Network presents Hunting Grounds, March 7th at the Davis Arena. For more information, visit ovwrestling.com. Seek, strike, hunt.
You're not starting? I thought he was going to start. He's just going to fist punch. That's okay. He did so well last time I was going to let him keep going, but that's okay. You know what else went really well? This last Tuesday, OVW television, it was just an insane night. Action all over the place.
Now, the show was 60 minutes, but it felt like it went by in about 5 from the time the doors opened till we kicked the last person out. Non-stop action, and it started with Cory Storm versus William Lutz for the Rush Division Championship.
This is the Rush Division personified. High-flying action, death-defying acts, non-stop. This is exactly why we created the Rush Division. It's a fantastic match. Now, this was supposed to happen tonight at Hunting Grounds. However, Cory Storm requested that his match with William Lutz happen earlier so he can focus on the Three Wishes match tonight.
Three Wishes ladder match. Him, Dimes, 2 members of the Legacy of Brutality, going to go up. Any 3 wishes that they want become Dean Hill's law. Now, I can understand why he wanted to take care of this match this past Tuesday and focus on tonight. Take a look.
Well,
That was all instinct from Cory Storm.
Yeah, I think Cory Storm rolling out gave him just enough time to be able to recoup, to be able to kick out right there. Otherwise, this match probably would have already been over.
Lutz has brought that strap down, and that means that he's usually sensing victory. How's he going to try and put the champion away? Could Lutz leave here tonight? Rush Division champion. He dropped him on his head. That's it for Cory Storm. We've got a new Rush champion. The leg is hooked, and the wherewithal to know where you're at inside the ring at all times. Storm showing us why he's a champion. Here's Shannon.
In-ring awareness or pure luck. I call that luck.
Instincts, grit, resiliency. That's what I call it.
Did you see Cory Storm's head go right through that canvas?
Storm looks like he's out on his feet, and after their heads collided, did you notice how the offensive strategy of William Lutz kind of shifted? All of it's been focused on the head and neck of Cory Storm.
Absolutely. You can go one of 2 ways. the upper extremity or the lower extremity. Oh, uh-oh.
Storm's barely hanging on.
That could have been a disaster for
Almost
Storm.
Fell off the top turnbuckle.
He's still in a bad spot.
Storm is in jeopardy here. His Rush title on the line and a 3 Wishes match to come at the Saturday night special.
Oh my gosh, what are they?
Oh, Lutz is going for it again. Oh, second time is not the charm. Storm butts him off. Category 5. Storm connects. Whiplash-like effect out of nowhere. Into the cover. The leg is hooked. Will it be enough? And Cory Storm retains.
Your winner.
Cory Storm picking up the victory against William Lutz. And you see, going into the night, him and Dimes are on the same page. As you said earlier, they are simpatico, ready to go. Now, next up, we've got the Tate twins, along with Anthony Katina and Tony Bizzo, against the entire Legacy of Brutality.
Fantastic 8-man action coming at you. Also, I did not say simpatico on the air. I said that when we were not filming,
He
but
still
that
said it,
is
though.
okay. Fantastic match. LOB going in with something to prove. The Tate twins going in on fire like a trespasser on my Papa's lawn. You are not going to want to miss the action. Check it out.
Tag, making sure the freshest member stays in the ring and that they keep a body between their opponent and his partners.
Tell you what, these guys, Legacy of Brutality, are just throwing haymakers one after another.
So 2 members of the Legacy of Brutality will have the tag team title defense. The other 2 will be in that Ladders 3 Wishes match.
You gotta
They will take on Dimes and Storm, and the one who can climb into the Raptors and claim the bottle gets any 3 wishes they want on the spot Saturday night.
That leaves it wide open. Oh!
Out of the way, and that's a window of opportunity that just opened for Tony Bizzo. Can he leap through and get to his corner, get to a tag?
Well, once again, he's in the wrong corner, but he made it. He got the tag.
And here comes Tate. That's Brandon. Using the speed to his advantage here. Brandon going for sliced bread, lands on his feet. These guys have mastered the speed game.
Absolutely.
Case in point.
But take nothing away from Isaiah, he can fly too.
2 feet right to the solar plexus, and he can't even get a 1 count because Jay Bradley's there to break it up. The referee may be losing control of this one here.
Yeah, I think all hell's about to break loose. Look at
Brandon
that.
connect that time with the sliced bread.
Chopping the big man down. Big Zoe. And again, cash flow over the top rope. That's twice in this match that's happened. Look out.
Slingshot all the way to the floor.
He's got him. Oh! Look at cash flow.
Brandon went to go help his brother. Isaiah pumped the brakes on him.
This has turned into chaos. Oh, look at that. Oh! He may have knocked out a tooth right there.
Yeah.
Isaiah with that big super kick.
Oh, my.
Oh!
Cash got hung up on that top rope. There's the cover, shoulders on the mat. Isaiah, 1, 2, 3. The Tate twins just pinned the tag team champions.
Tate twins on a roll like butter, sir. They are doing so well since they returned back here to OVW, and you have to wonder, LOB reeling a little bit. I mean, Tate twins picking up the win in the 8-man tag. Cory and Storm on the same page. I said Cory and Storm. Dimes and Storm. Sorry, guys. Dimes and Storm on the same page. And LOB facing both of these teams tonight. One time in the 3 Wishes match, and then another time for the Tag Team Championships. I mean, Ashcraft usually has all the answers. You got to wonder if he does this time. But the night was not over. In the past few weeks, there's been a Tony Gunn-sized cloud hanging over Davis Arena, and this past Tuesday was no exception. Now, Steve, you know, Tony's been unhinged, but he's also been smart. He coaxed Maximus into signing a contract that he didn't even read. And in the fine print, of course, it says Maximus touches Tony Gunn, which he more than deserves to at this point. If he does, if Maximus touches Tony, he loses his championship.
To Tony. Let's not forget, he doesn't just drop the belt, he loses it to Tony himself. Now, going into tonight.
Well, actually, before we get into that, Tony used that to his advantage this last Tuesday. Tried to coax out Maximus a little bit. But let's see how that played out for him.
This is my time. March 7, Tony Gunn, I am going to do everything to you that nobody else ever has. You understand me? There's nothing you can do to me that hasn't already been done. My brother Leonis almost already died. My daughter was just in the emergency room. She almost died. There's nothing you can do to me that hasn't already been done. But guess what?
If you're that,
I can do everything to you. Everything to you.
and if you're that hot, then why wait till the 7th? Do it right now. You really don't need that title. Family's more important to you. So won't you go ahead, sock me right here, put it right here. Come on. Come on. Come on. Hey, better yet, I'll give you a reason to.
Oh, God, keep your composure. Keep your composure, Maximus. Don't do it. Don't do it. You're going to forfeit your title right away.
You can't touch him.
Thank goodness that Dean Hill was here and he was able to get Tony out of the arena before Maximus goes and does something rash right here in the middle of the ring. Can you imagine, especially you have kids, to have your own child's toy thrown at you by a man who was only a couple weeks prior in your home while you weren't?
Tony Gunn's I'm sorry. I mean, I don't mean to be unprofessional, but that's just how he's portrayed himself lately, and I can't imagine there's anybody back in the back that would disagree with me. And luckily, Dean Hill, calmer head, knows what Tony has been doing to Maximus and saves Maximus, honestly, because Maximus would have put his hands on Tony, would have lost his championship to Tony, and that would have been all she wrote. But luckily, Dean Hill stepped in. But that was not the end. Maximus still scratching for a little relief. And Dean Hill was happy to oblige because you got Chase and Nigel coming out here like two prize pigs, rubbing themselves some honey and going into the Bears cave, saying, we want an opportunity. They got in the ring with a champion, but it was not the champion they were expecting. Check it out.
Chase and Nigel are the bravest two superstars back in the locker room. They're the only two who came out here and answered the bell. No one else wanted a part of Maximus
spoiled,
Khan.
rich kids. That is Chase and Nigel. And if they had any lick of sense, they would have just kept themselves in back. Why would you want to get into the ring with Maximus Khan after everything he's been through with Tony Gunn?
Because they're so brave. Look how brave they are coming out here.
Gunn put him in jail. Gunn snuck into his house and basically held his wife and daughter hostage.
I mean,
Gunn had him banned from the building last week.
And Maximus Khan is fighting right now with his daughter's toy in his pocket.
Maximus isn't even seeing Chase and Nigel right now.
He's seeing red.
No, Maximus is seeing Tony Gunn. He is seeing the shotgun right now. I think we're getting a preview of exactly what Maximus is going to do at the Saturday night special at Hunting Grounds.
Maybe Chase and Nigel shouldn't have come out here on second thought.
Oh, my.
There's still hope for Nigel to get out of the ring.
Maximus is stalking. Here comes the spear! Both of them! And Nigel almost got knocked out of his boots.
These guys don't wear boots. What are you talking about? Those are Sperry's.
I think the referee could count to 25 if he wanted to. Nigel is not getting up.
Your winner! Ladies and gentlemen, the night was far from over. After the match, Maximus leaves the arena. He's on the phone with his wife. And then my compatriot here, Bryan, goes outside to try to get an interview.
Yeah, Steve, you and I have been friends with Maximus for years. We know his family, and what happened that evening just, it's hard to watch. So if there are any sensitive viewers, please leave the room now. This is some very raw, visceral footage.
If you're faint of heart, step out for about a minute, come right back. But just be warned.
Maximus, what the hell is happening in there, man? No, Maximus, what the hell's happening there, man? This isn't you. You're losing your mind. I'm afraid for Tony Gunn because of who you're becoming. What is happening? I just wanted to help you. We're friends, and I'm worried about what you've been. You're not in the right headspace. I'm sorry. I'm worried about you.
My daughter was just in the hospital. My brother was just in the hospital. Do you want me to put you in the hospital. I like you. Let's keep it that way.
I'm sorry.
Get out of my face.
I'm sorry, Maximus.
You gotta get up here. You gotta get up here.
I was trying to help you, man. As you know, Maximus Khan, obviously not in the mood to talk, but this situation's gotten out of control. We can't contain what's happening with Maximus Khan and Tony Gunn anymore. We don't know what's gonna happen next. What the hell was that? Maximus! Oh my God! Maximus! Hey, come on, man, talk to me. Can you hear me? Maximus, come on. Put the camera down, get some help. What are you doing?
Hi, I'm Barry Ratcliffe, and you might recognize me from the hit TV show Nash Bridges with my good lifelong friend Don Johnson. Now this baby, 0 to 60 in 2.2 seconds. That's faster than your mom, but you want to be more fast. You want to be more furious. OVWWrestlingNetwork.com is only $4.99 a month. This car costs $363,000. That's a savings at $4.99 of $747,000 and 37 seconds. You want to be more fast. You want to be more furious. Order today.
Folks, it is main event time here on OVW Overdrive. Two of our top stars are going to be swinging their fist and lifting their legs, trying to get the 1, 2, 3, or the submission, or the KO. There's a lot of ways to win the match.
What's with the leg lifting? Why?
That's a kick. You lift your leg to kick, you see. You can't see my... I did a really good kick. You just can't see it off the camera. But speaking of really good kicks, this match is fantastic. So check it out. Dimes versus the bro god, Dustin Jackson. Kicks.
Dustin Jackson against the man you're looking at right now. Dimes, formerly one half of the tag team champions.
Both of these men have been contenders for the Well, Dimes has actually been a former OVW heavyweight champion.
Yes, he has.
Both of these men, though, were in the OVW heavyweight title scene for a lot of 2019. So a win in this Overdrive matchup, I think, will go a long way in a future OVW heavyweight title opportunity.
And this is interesting because these two men face a lot of common opponents. I don't know if I'd call them friends, although they are good acquaintances. But in this match, yep. But in this match, every man for himself, obviously.
That's right. Only one winner. Only one man can have his hand raised. We'll see. I'm just excited for this matchup between two of the very best in pro wrestling today. And yes, I said it. Mark my words. These two are two of the absolute very best here.
And there you see a handshake. And I think what we're going to see is some fine scientific wrestling in this. Doesn't mean it's not going to be rough, but I don't think you're going to have to worry about.
My prediction is it will probably start off with scientific and technical, and as things start to heat up, so to speak, I wouldn't be surprised to see a couple hard hits getting thrown.
Well, we'll see. You can have a legal hard hit. A forearm, forearm is legal, but it'll do some damage. Just as an example.
But let me tell you, the first of these two men, because I guarantee both of these men think they are better than the other.
Right.
They feel in their head they know they're better than the other. They're going to do everything they can to technically beat their opponent and be a better wrestler. But watch, the first man that throws a strike, I'm going to tell you, it means he's getting frustrated, and that's what you need to watch out for.
All right, let's see if that happens. Dustin Jackson not connecting, but pops right back up. And the Bro God obviously has the height advantage and the weight advantage, but you know what? Dimes is used to fighting from underneath. He's used to being the smaller man.
Look at that. He knows how to use his body to his advantage. You can see him headlock take over Dustin Jackson, a man almost twice his size.
You notice also Dimes uses his legs a lot, which is the strongest part of the human body. Well, why am I telling you that? I mean, you're the doctor.
It's true and very smart.
But that's what I learned from you.
Very, very smart. Dimes, the savvy competitor, again, between these two, he is the one. Whoa!
And did you see Dimes just flip?
There's the drop kick. Nicely done.
Oh, and Dustin Jackson, that connected. Dimes now on top. And what you were talking about earlier, let's see if that actually starts to happen. Jackson looked like he got just a little irritated.
Yeah, we'll see. Dustin Jackson now trying to find out how he can get out of this predicament. Dimes back to the headlock. Look, there's that strike going for that clothesline. Nicely done. What a tilt-a-whirl head scissors by Dimes, who's showing off a little bit.
And Dimes is so fluid. And
not enough.
I think he knew he wasn't going to. I think he was sending a message to Dustin Jackson. Dimes is so smooth, but Dustin Jackson, I think, is one of the most complete athletes. He can fly high and he can ground and pound. He can go either way.
That's very true. Oh!
And there you see,
he's
coming in with a hard, was that an elbow?
You're right, Bruce. Dustin's getting frustrated. Dimes answers it with a big knee to the face.
Oh, and then with a little headshot.
Uh-oh.
And,
ow! Jeez. Big fireman's carry into a knee to the back of the head. Hold on.
Doc, I'm really worried about his neck.
Tell me about it.
I mean, that wasn't illegal, but that might have done some damage.
Dimes might be, that's his neck being hurt. He may have hit the back of his head. He might be concussed.
Could be.
Referee want to keep a close watch on Dimes.
And notice how Jackson
now,
notice how he's going to the head.
Not opening up the fist.
And if Dimes is concussed, like you said, Jackson taking full advantage.
The strikes with the hand are allowed. You do have to open up the hand. Dustin Jackson, though.
Kind of a Boston Crab right there. And now can Dimes hold on? Jackson in the middle of the ring, so no one going to be able to use the ropes.
Very precarious position here. I don't know how he's going to get to the ropes. Now grabbing the ankle of Dustin Jackson, trying to pick him off. Oh!
And that's how. And
oh, jeez.
And give Dimes full credit, because I thought he was finished.
Dimes coming in. Dustin flips him over the top. Dimes lands on his feet. Big kick to the side of the head. I just saw a big stream of drool come out of Dustin Jackson's mouth. He's locked loopy to Bruce. Dimes up top. Big.
Or maybe he was just trying to fake out Dimes, because now he comes in with a heavy drop kick.
Hold on, cover there.
For the one,
drop kick.
the two. Dimes kicking out.
All right, it's starting to heat up here, Bruce.
The hunt. A purpose given to us by existence itself. It changes with time, becoming less about survival, more about the thrill as the years progress. Gladiator Sports Network presents Hunting Grounds, March 7th at the Davis Arena. For more information, visit ovwrestling.com. Seek, strike, hunt.
Have you ever had the dream of being a part of professional wrestling or sports entertainment? Take action and make that dream a reality and attend the world-famous Harvard of Pro Wrestling, Ohio Valley Wrestling, the birthplace of legends such as John Cena, Batista, Brock Lesnar, Cody Rhodes, The Miz, and many, many more. Will you be the next name to be added to that impressive list? Go to ASWA Live now for more information. Learn the right way.
In the previous weeks. So they're not afraid to mix it up. All right, so Jackson on top of Dimes. What does it do when you're able to use your weight down on an opponent, although Dimes able to get out of it?
Well, I mean, it really makes it hard to catch your breath, first of all, but Dimes finding a way out of it. Another tilt-a-whirl head scissors, another drop kick.
And Dimes fired up. And kind of grazing the Bro God, now climbing to the top rope. Dustin Jackson trying to get it together. Here comes Dimes.
High risk once again. Dustin Jackson rolls through, catches him on the crossbody. What now? What power from the Bro God. Dustin Jackson picks him back up. He's going to hit that maneuver again. Oh, no!
That was amazing.
Referee got hit.
And so now we're going to see what happens.
Oh, no.
Oh, wait a minute. What is Jay Bradley doing out here? Legacy of Brutality. Jay Bradley out here.
Of course, not legal, but the referee is out cold. Didn't see any of it.
He has no business in this match.
Well, you know, Dimes and his partner, Cory Storm, have been trying to get those tag team titles back from the Legacy Brutality. Jay Bradley, a member of such.
Taking advantage of an opportunity. And Dustin Jackson can't do anything.
There's Cory Storm. Dimes' tag team partner.
And Cory Storm able to get.
He has made the save. Cory Storm's going flying.
And Jay Bradley goes down hard. And now the two of them fighting on the outside. Dimes and Dustin Jackson both down.
It looks like they're going to fight to the back here. Both of the intruders have been taken out to the back, but
Dustin Jackson.
Who's going to come up first? Dustin makes the cover over Dimes. The referee's still making his way up to his feet.
Here comes the ref.
Sees the cover. There's a 1.
2.
There's a 2. Will it be 3? No.
Dimes kicking out.
Wow, just in the nick of time,
and
Dimes saves himself.
What can you say about the heart of this young man, Dimes?
It's unmatchable, Bruce.
And Dustin Jackson. Okay, Dustin Jackson telling everyone what he's going to do.
Going for the big bro splash. He's
Absolutely.
Finish off many an opponent with this maneuver. If he can hit it right now, I'd like to
the top rope.
It's curtains for Dimes.
And Dimes gets up.
Changemaker! Dimes hits it out of nowhere.
Dimes playing possum for
the my God!
Oh, goodness! Dimes! And I think we have to call that a bit of an upset.
Here is your winner, Dimes!
A humongous victory, a great match by Dustin Jackson and Dimes playing a little bit of possum, able to reverse what Dustin Jackson was doing to get the victory. An amazing match, Doc.
Dimes took everything that Dustin Jackson had. He was able to survive the onslaught of Jay Bradley's interference. And at the end of it all, Dimes stands tall as your winner.
And an amazing show of sportsmanship from these two fine competitors. Your winner, standing tall, Dimes.
This championship gold, playing Dimes' future. Only time will tell. And I can't wait to see what this young man has in store.
Woo, folks, put away your dollars because that match is coming up all Dimes, despite the interference. Cameo is what I meant. The cameo from my best friend Jay Bradley. Cory Storm runs him off. Dimes picks up the win.
Now, like we were saying earlier, Cory and Dimes seems like they're on the same page. Goes to show during this match here. Dustin Jackson coming off the top rope, and then he hits him with the mother of all cutters. The bro god shatters into 1,000 pieces. Dimes picking up the 1, 2, 3.
That's right. Now we are going to see more 1, 2, 3s in just a few hours at OVW Hunting Grounds. Tonight we are finally going to see Dapper Dan step into the ring with OVW Scottish Superman Crixus. Maybe he got over being blind, he got over the broken leg, got over the coronavirus. Now he finally has to go one-on-one with Crixus.
Not only that, but we've got, as we've mentioned before, the 3 Wishes ladder match between 2 members of Legacy of Brutality and Dimes and Storm.
Again, Dimes and Storm clearly back on the same page. And LOB split in 2 tonight because right after that, they're going to have an OVW Tag Team Championship match against the full of momentum returning Tate Twins.
And you have to wonder, where's Josh Ashcraft going to be at? Is he going to stretch himself too thin? Is he going to be able to do what he usually does and help the LOB pick up the win?
Now, speaking of questions, Steven, there's a really big question in our main event. Will there be one? Our doctors have talked to Maximus Khan, the OVW champion, told him it is in your best interest to stay at home and rest. Do not have this match. But Maximus, of course, says, doctors be damned. I'm getting my hands on Tony Gunn. So we will see what happens here in just a few hours. But, Steven, did you look at the forecast?
The forecast?
They calling for snow, baby. Tonight, OVW Al Snow has a huge groundbreaking announcement you are not going to miss. So check out OVW Hunting Grounds for all the matches we just mentioned and this big groundbreaking announcement from Al Snow.
Now, thank you again for tuning in to OVW Overdrive. I'm your host, Steak Sauce, Steven Johnson.
Steak Sauce?
Because everything I say is A1.
I quit. This is my last time on the show. I quit. Go to ovwrestling.com for more tickets, and never mind, I'm back. I'll see you next week.